Hazel, would you like to come forward? Good morning, welcome.
Hi. Here again.
I know, I was going to say, no stranger to the council. Welcome back.
Thank you. My name, of course, is Lindsay Castle, and I'm a retired school teacher. And I've appeared before this council for a number of years now, asking that the council introduce a formal complaints procedure. And every time I have done so, I've been told, no, we don't need one, or it's left with each department to hold it. In my opinion, you do need one. You need a formal complaints procedure, and I say this from experience. In the past few years, I've had to deal with, first of all, a leaky home. Some of the problems I had with that never really been resolved, but it was the behaviour of the staff I had to deal with, which I found quite appalling. I've had a planning decision where the block of units that I live in, the front 2.5 units were made into a business 1 zone, and the rest of the units were left as in a living zone. That has caused all sorts of problems. That was done at when the city plan was developed, and we were never actually informed at the time. I read it in the newspaper that I was suddenly living in a business zone. But that's created a whole host of new problems. One of the owners, about 5 or 6 years ago, applied to convert the front unit into a medical facility or health facility. It took I had to get all the neighbours, we all got together, and we had to write letters, get a lawyer involved. And anyway, the guy who owned the unit, he didn't actually, what he was really trying to do, of course, was to increase the profit when he sold it. Well, he sold it, and shortly after that, I actually discovered a defect in the actual documentation, and the resource consent was in fact cancelled. But more recently, a woman purchased a unit and converted it into a brothel. It took 9 months before the council finally closed it down. When we asked to have it, we were originally told we're not going to do anything. It was only when one of the neighbours complained and said, if you don't do something, I'm going to go public about your failure to do anything. It's those sorts of things which keep bringing me back here time and time again, wanting a proper complaints procedure. So I ask, please, could you have one as soon as you can do one? Get it in quick. It needs to be a formal, and the original submission I put in gets a few details there. That was when I put in there for one. Other councils have them. A few years ago, I remember having a look at Waitakere City Council, before they became part of the Auckland Council, and they had it there right in your face. There it was on their website. They had pamphlets there, which were the desks everywhere. It wasn't only for complaints, it was also for compliments, because there have been times when I must admit I did feel like phoning up and complimenting staff here. Anyway, that's my say for this year, hopefully.
Lindsay, I can tell you that your continued pursuit of this, I mean, it did result in a customer complaints process. Go on the website, as you said, it's not easy to find, not easy to access. But with the new Office of the Chief Executive, which is being established at the moment under the leadership of Mary Richardson, there will be a new customer services approach, and this will be fixed. So you're hopefully next year you'll come along with a compliment on the long-term plan, which will show that this new approach has addressed the problem. The whole, I guess, culture of the organisation is being turned around to be a can-do approach. So, you know, it's not it's not this is how things are done, it's how can we help you do what it is that you want to do, and the complaints process will be part of that. We're hoping that will reduce, and the other is the richest source of information that this organisation has. It's called our call centre or customer centre, and that call centre holds more knowledge about what our citizens are thinking and feeling and experiencing than anything else, and we need to complete what's called a feedback loop.
Yeah,
Phil?
I, that's quite important, actually.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Phil?
Lindsay, thank you very much for your perseverance and for this submission too. And like, I don't know if you know of the models, for example, how the District Health Board have a complaints officer, and we could have a process like that, and you referred to Waitakere. So if there's any other good models that you'd like to pass on, I'm sure we would be interested in looking at those. And as well, besides the complaints, the compliments too, which you did.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Thank you very, very much.
Okay.
Cheers.